This is the NFL on EA Sports, and we are in the Pacific Northwest at CenturyLink Field in Seattle, Washington. These folks love their football in Seattle. This was the scene a moment ago as the tunnel, and it was just absolutely deafening in this building. They're set for football, so are we, as the Seahawks get set to match up with the Denver Broncos. Here we go in a rematch of Super Bowl 48. The Seahawks and Broncos are underway. Taken in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Now Wilson on first down. And his first pass is incomplete. The intended receiver was DK Metcalf. That'll bring up second down.
As defensive coordinators around the league tell me all the time, that throw is not for every quarterback because you've really got to drive the ball downfield. It's going to be a tight window for him to fit that one into. In this case, unsuccessfully.
On second down now, it's Carson. Takes this to the 27. Give him 4 yards.
He was tackled at the...
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This defense looking for an early stop. This is third down and 6. Wilson. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kareem Jackson. There he goes, right side. And he will score. Touchdown, Denver.
This is it.
Well, it was third down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. Steps away to his left. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Metcalf once again the target, and now it's second down. After the incomplete pass, here now is second and 10. To throw again. Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep. And this is caught. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf. 46 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up. Jason Myers now for the extra point. It's up and good. So these teams match touchdowns here in the first quarter, and we're tied 7-7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Spencer will elect to not bring it out here. It's a touchback.
25-yard line.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the gun, he'll set up to throw. He'll go up top here for Hamler. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Well, they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Locke again here on 2nd and 10. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards.
1st down, Denver.
And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter. Throwing on 1st down is Locke. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Benson Mayowa. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Another try after the 1st down sack. Locke. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Locke. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow them to convert a 3rd and 18. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. From the gun, Locke. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. Boy, that is a 7-yard loss. 2nd down now.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Y'all playing the wrong football. 43 is the mic, boy. 43. Check, 43. Here we go.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Wilson. Pressure comes, and Wilson's going to go down. Jeremiah Tauchu coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
3rd and long. It's Wilson. And it's a quick slant to Lockett. And able to get it here to about the 16-yard line. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon.
Set to return it is Deontay Spencer.
And it's fielded at the 34.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return.
And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
First down.
7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Lock. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
It's a gain of 9.
That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
To throw again on 2nd down. Lock. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Incomplete.
Well, the great coach has said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
He's got a man. It's Sutton that's complete. And they move this all the way down to the 9. Well, forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play. This will be caught at about the 5. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Drew Lock on target to Jerry Jeudy.
And the Broncos have taken the lead.
I know these wide receivers are about flash and dash and high-flying plays, but a good number of them played running back at some point in their career, and that's how they finish off a lot of their big plays, run after the catch.
And this time he finishes off the big play in the end zone.
Fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down. Officially at the 21.
21-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Makes it 3rd and 8.
On 3rd down, Wilson. Here's Carson with a catch out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. That one good for 14 and a Seahawk first.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And they've got the hook up. This is Olsen. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A 14-yard pickup. That's 14 yards on 2 straight plays. So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 49-yard line. From the shotgun, Wilson. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this one is incomplete. Chris Carson, the intended receiver, but it'll be 2nd down.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Philip Dorsett hauls it in. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Alert.
Wilson now to throw on 3rd down. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
43 is the mic. Hey, watch the slant. Let's go double count right here. Double count. 43 is the mic. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
They'll try and throw for him with Wilson. Dorsett making the catch. He cannot wiggle free. They stop him at the line on 4th down. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Broncos will take over on downs. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
It's a gain of 35.
It's a gain of 35.
One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Let's go, D. Break this.
Block now on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 19 yards on the pickup there, and now they'll have it 1st and goal.
Let's go.
And they'll run the end around here with Judy. It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman. He's in Orlando, and he'll have our EA Sports halftime report. They'll try to run with Lindsey, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver.
Touchdown, Denver.
Philip Lindsey taking it in. And the Broncos push further out in front. The guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up. Meaning, when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. On first down, Wilson. And the tight end, Olsen, right side. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line.
Von Miller.
The All-Pro Von Miller there on the tackle.
8 yards to go on second down.
42-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Looking for the tight end, Olsen, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Alexander Johnson. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
At the 49-yard line.
After the turnover, here's Locke. He'll get this to Phillip Lindsay, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Bronco.
The gun, it's Locke. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Locke will try again on second down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on first and goal. Again, they'll throw with Locke. This will be caught just inside the 10. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
Faking the give to Lindsay. Here's Locke. And the pass is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Jerry Jeudy.
Complete to Jerry Jeudy.
Jerry Jeudy with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first two quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there. Unable to do so, that makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Takes this about 5 yards deep.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on first down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops, and if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially give me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL. Back for quarter number 3.
Jason Myers.
Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. Certainly not what they wanted out of the